That's a knife.
Dave happily returned to Dolce to join me for the sail to the Philippines.
We're going the right way, right?
We happened to leave Palau at the same time as Andy from sailingwithandy.com.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. Did you buy some? I don't know, do you want this right now? Hello! Showing off for us, for sure.
It was a rough passage, but we arrived in time to surf with my buddy Trevor, who had been waiting a week for me to arrive.
Look who's here.
I come with surfboards for you.
Perfect. Nice paddle.
I might have shed a tear. Just one.
Welcome. See you on shore.
Then my sister arrived, and it was
A lot of fun.
It was.
And it's a lot of really remote places, you know, that were unexpected.
Speaking of which, Tam did do an amazing job of captaining, motoring the boat at times while we were coming into anchor and I was paddling.
At times.
Coming in here was pretty scary for her, but she managed it fine.
Just a lot of traffic, a lot of boat traffic that...
You know, she's pretty much doing it with zero experience and not a really great teacher in me because I've never actually motored the boat. So she did a great job while I paddled. And
Yeah, I was pretty relieved that I did no damage. And
I wish we had footage of those moments because those were probably the most exciting moments when we were yelling at each other. We didn't really fight too much,
just,
like probably
just with the anchoring.
Siblings should do or would do on many occasions. I thought we got along quite well.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there was times when we were yelling at each other, partly because she couldn't hear me and she wanted me to yell at her, but
yeah.
Also probably because she was pissed and stressed. And
yeah, and Markus is so chill all the time. Sometimes I wanted a little bit more stress, a little more urgency from you.
But I didn't want to be urgent because it's gotta be done.
And there was no need.
Slow.
And there was no need, and you knew that. And, it's great. I mean, it's great how relaxed he is because it definitely kept me more relaxed in situations where I may have stressed out a little more.
I would get urgent if I had to.
Yeah.
And yell.
Yeah.
But I didn't really have to do that at all. Thankfully.
You're a great captain. You reminded me so much of Dad. Like, there were so many moments where it was just like, oh my God, I'm 8 years old again. This is Dad.
What was your scariest moment?
Definitely the crossing from Negros to Panay. By far. Absolutely. Yeah. I was terrified.
Yeah, it was a bit scary. It was really rough.
And I think it's partly because I woke up to it as well. Like, I'd gone to sleep, and it was so I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the weather change happen. I woke up to it.
I didn't really watch it happen either because it was dark and it happened pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. And then the seasickness combined with the fear took me to a whole other world.
Yeah, it was rough out there. And we were beating into it, so it was...
And then it was so loud. Loud. Really, I was scared to go because it probably sounded scarier than it actually was.
It always does, yeah.
So I should have probably gone up on deck, but I was too scared.
Yeah, and that's what made you get sick.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't expect seasickness to be so torturing.
Yeah, so, you looked like you were suffering for sure.
Yeah, now I get why it's such a big deal, why everyone worries about it, because it's not just nausea; it's like a whole full body.
People want to jump overboard and kill themselves sometimes.
Yeah, I can see. Then no escape. Like, that's, when you feel sick, you just want to lie down in a still bed and like be comforted, and there's no option for that out at sea. Yeah, it's paralyzing and very uncomfortable. But an experience.
Yeah. What do you think, Tam?
I think it's kind of fun once I get over the fear factor. I don't think I'll be suffering from any post-traumatic stress disorder, hopefully.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, no.
Me, good. On the other hand, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, your endurance amazes me. And your follow-through and your sort of integrity to the mission to just keep traveling without a motor no matter what is amazing.
All right, here we are on board Dolce. This is Hinawan Bay on Bohol Island. And we're gonna go for a little bike around the island, explore the jungle and the mountains and the chocolate hills. In order to do so, I gotta get the bike over to land. And so what I do here is I strap my bike onto my dry bag, big dry bag, and I paddle it to shore. I've never tried it with the wheels at the same time, so this is gonna be a bit of an experiment. It may not work. We'll see. It's a bit awkward. Oh, it feels great.
Holy looks very comfortable.
All I gotta do is get onto the board here somehow. Boat here. And off we go.
Just like that. And he's almost there. A little group of kids gathering to watch his arrival as per usual. Strange foreign giant with a bike on his back. walking on water. He'll come back and get me shortly.
You're really committed.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard commitment to make. Like that part of it is not really that challenging for me.
What's the challenging part for you?
Well, I mean, as you discovered, the challenging part for me recently has been my health.
Yeah.
I've been battling flesh-eating bacteria for some time.
I wish you wouldn't call it that.
He said 3 days, it's gonna get well. Makakasmata na kaya tapos matalik na. Maluo ba yan?
But yeah, it's obviously weakening your immune system.
I'm constantly working myself to close to exhaustion at times, and then I'm changing climates and changing food and changing.
Sleeping in awkward environments, difficult to like keep clean when you're out at sea because it's constant heat. Like the sweat and the heat has been really. Jumping into the ocean will definitely help to bring the body heat down sometimes.
Yeah, and that's something that I would love to be doing all the time, but because I've had this skin infection, I haven't been able to do it. And that's probably been the most annoying, challenging thing is because like I'm on the ocean, in the ocean all the time, but I can't actually do what I love to do, which is actually be swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Like that was the thing I was most looking forward to in Micronesia was surfing and scuba diving or snorkeling at least, but I haven't been able to do any of that because been battling this. Yeah, I mean, I accept.
You accept it.
I
exactly.
accept it.
The acceptance is key.
Yeah, so Limassol was the first place we sailed after leaving Surigao City. And then we went to Bohol, and then to
Pamilican,
and then Siquijor, and then Dumaguete, another spot, Port Bonbon or Tambobo. Then a couple little anchors, and then to Panay, and then up here to Boracay.
Yeah.
A bit sad to be saying goodbye.
I know it is sad. It started to feel really normal doing this.
Normal in a bizarre sort of way.
Yeah, but the time flew by way too quickly.
Oh, there's a funeral going by. Interesting. They dress in white for the funeral.
Cover their mouths.
That's just another
normal thing here in the Philippines.
Has it been all that you expected and more?
I expected it to be unexpected.
Yeah, I usually expect the same.
Yeah.
I don't put much expectations on things.
Yeah, I try not to have too many expectations either. It was great. I mean, what an adventure. It was a lot of fun. It's crazy for me to think that this 6 weeks is like a trip of a lifetime for me, and it's just a tiny little sliver of your journey.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of don't really though. I mean, I feel like every little adventure is a big part of a bigger journey, but I don't think of it as a tiny little sliver. I think it'd be a bit too overwhelming if I did.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, I take it one step at a
One
time,
step at a
one
time.
day at a time, and
Live in the now. And I really feel like we've been doing that. I think that's why the time flew so quickly for me, is that it's just been really living in the moment.
Dave, Dolce's owner, is coming back to join me for another leg.
Papa Dolce.
To get from here in Boracay up to Puerto Galera or Subic Bay and then over to Hong Kong, ideally within the next 2 weeks or so, before the winds start to die out and become more of a risk for typhoons coming in. It's very low risks.
But something I think will be very valuable taking with me is that for how long I went without using a motor. It wasn't the entire time, because we did have stops on islands, and I did my own thing here and there, and wasn't always sticking to Markus's mission. Again, a sliver in time compared to what you're doing, but for me, I think it's probably the longest time ever that I've not used a motor of any type for transportation. Almost 2 weeks, I think. So it might be a bit shocking when I get picked up by the van and head over to jump on a plane. But yeah, I'm quite proud of myself for that.
You should be. You've been amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sailing with me.
My pleasure. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah. No, I was...
And taking me up on my my offer.
I was definitely a bit hesitant at first.
Oh, I know. I could tell.
No, I wasn't. Not big time. Just a little bit because I knew it was going to be really tough.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely didn't know how difficult.
I didn't think this part was going to be tough, though. I thought this part would be smoother. There's more of the crossing to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking it's going to be even tougher.
Yeah.
Although I think you would have been able to do it fine. It's just you sort of burnt out your toughness on all this.
Yeah.
Other tough
I know.
class.
I was thinking that the other day too. I think I probably would have been totally fine with it if we did it first. Like if we did the other way around, Hong Kong to Philippines.
Yeah.
First week I got on Dolce, I totally could have done it.
No, it was great. Yeah, Team Pekonen.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tearing up.
Oh my god.
One more time. Bye. Love you.